So welcome to our introduction. Mathematics reveals fascinating patterns with geometric sequence where each term is multiplying the previous one by the constant ratio. This simple leads to the Fibonacci sequence where each is the sum of the two preceding ones. This sequence appears throughout nature from flowers, petals to spiral shells, showing how math connects the world around us. Structures found in natural like trees and coastline fractals further illustrate how mathematics shapes the world. From geometric progression to fractals, these mathematical patterns reveal the depth connection between numbers, nature, and universe.
What is geometric sequence? Geometric sequence is a series of numbers where each number is the previous number multiplied by a certain constant. This constant varies for each series but remains constant within one series. So, what is geometric sequence formula? The geometric sequence formula is a sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. For example, 2 times 2 equals 4, 4 times 4 equals 8, 8 times 2 equals 16, and 16 times 2 equals 32. A geometric sequence is a sequence of numbers in which the ratio of every two successive terms is the constant.
The Fibonacci sequence. So what is Fibonacci sequence? So Fibonacci sequence is a series of numbers in which each number is the sum of the two preceding numbers. The sequence is named after Leonardo Fibonacci, an Italian mathematician who introduced the sequence to the Western world in his book Liber Abaci in 1202. The Fibonacci sequence is not only a mathematical curiosity but is also found in many natural phenomena, such as growth, patterns of plants, the spiral shapes of seashells, and the patterns of scales on pineapples. The Fibonacci sequence begins with the number 0 and 1. The third number in the sequence is the first two numbers added together.
Binet formula. Binet formula is a formula for finding the n terms of the Fibonacci sequence. It's also known as Fibonacci numbers. It's named after the Jacques Philippe Marie Binet, an 18th century French mathematician.
Golden ratio. The golden ratio is a ratio between two numbers that approximately 1.618. It is closely related to the Fibonacci sequence. The golden ratio can be found by dividing each number in the Fibonacci sequence by the number before it. As the number gets larger, the ratio approaches to 1.618, which is the golden ratio. The golden ratio is also known as the divine portion, golden mean, or golden section.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Margaret Timtim, and my topic is fractals. What is fractals? According to fractalsfoundation.org, it is a never-ending pattern. Fractals infinitely complex pattern that are self-similar across different scales. They created by repeating a simple process over and over and then feedback loop. In a simple words, fractals is just a pattern. It is a repeatedly pattern, just like it starts from a simple shape like triangle, and then you will draw it repeatedly until you can make a different images. Example of it is the snowflakes. When you start with a triangle, triangle itself, and then you will make in the second, you make like a star, and then you will draw it until you can make a snowflakes. Another example of this is the serpent's key gasket.
Yes, like what Miss Timtim said, one of the examples of fractals is the Sierpinski triangle. It illustrates the power of the mathematical abstraction and the beauty and the complexity of the fractal patterns in nature. So this process is repeated on each remaining smaller triangles, resulting in the fractal patterns with a self-similar triangle shape, repeats at smaller and smaller scales.